Hey friends, so today I'm going to show you how to make another delicious recipe. It's my cheesy chili squash. For more amazing recipes like this, make sure you hit subscribe on the channel. Let's cook. So the first thing you're going to do, we're going to take our squash. Now today I'm using a spaghetti squash, but you can use any kind of squash you like. All we're going to do is we're just going to slice it in half. Now I've got two squash halves. All we're going to do is take a spoon and start to scoop out the soft, fleshy inside. Now taking some olive oil, we're just going to splash it onto the squash and we're going to massage that olive oil all around the outside. Now we're just going to transfer those onto a baking tray, just like so. And then all we're going to do is just take a sprinkling of salt and just season the squash. Now we're going to place those in a preheated oven, 180 degrees C for 20 minutes. Now we're going to focus on the chili part of the recipe. So we've got a pan on the stove, we're going to get that nice and hot. And we're going to take our red pepper and start to chop that up into some little chunks. Now we're going to use half a red onion. So we're going to chop that really finely. Then we're going to go in with 3 cloves of garlic. And we're going to take 1 red chilli. Okay, so now we're going to take the red pepper, the red onion, the garlic and the chilli. We're going to go into the pan with all of those. So give them a stir, mix them about the pan, and you want to fry those off on a really low heat for about 5 minutes. So now it's been frying for a few minutes, we're just going to add a cup's worth of grain mince. Now you can use soy mince, like a frozen soy mince, or you can rehydrate some soy mince as well. But yeah, just make sure whatever mince you use, make sure you hydrate it before you use it. There we go, tiny bit more. Beautiful. And then here, I've got about half a cup's worth of just tinned tomatoes. I'm gonna add them in there as well. Happy days, just give that a little stir. And then in there, we're gonna go in with some black pepper. Got about a teaspoon's worth of black pepper in there. We're gonna add in a teaspoon of smoked paprika, half a teaspoon of cumin, just a pinch of ground nutmeg, and a pinch of salt. I'm just gonna give that another stir. And then here we've just got half a cup of black beans. Tons of goodness in there. We'll just add them into the mix and give it a stir. So now squash has been in the oven for 20 minutes. Pop them down. So all we're gonna do now is we're gonna take some of our chili and we're actually gonna spoon it into the squash. Now it's going to go back in the oven for another 20 minutes. So if you're eating super healthy, you can just enjoy that with some lime and some mint. But if not, you want to get your pan nice and hot, add a tiny bit of vegan milk, and then we're going to add about between half and a full cup's worth of vegan cheese. And we're just going to stir that away and start to melt that up and make a nice, creamy, rich, cheesy sauce that we're going to pour on top. Now, the reason it's really good to pre-melt it is because with a lot of vegan cheese, if you just put like vegan cheese shreds straight on something and try and melt it, they're not going to melt fully and you're going to see a lot of divides. You're going to see where the shreds were kind of grated. But if you melt it like this, it's going to make a really nice, thick, smooth, consistent vegan cheese sauce. Okay then, now you've finished your vegan cheese sauce, all we're going to do, we're going to get a squash and chili out of the oven. So first of all, we're going to take a lime chop that in half. I'm going to squeeze the juice onto the chili. And then we're going to spoon on some of this beautiful cheesy sauce that we've got here. And they're gonna go back in the oven for a further 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, so the cheese is looking nice and toasty on top. We're ready to go. That looks beautiful. All we're gonna do to finish that off, we're gonna get some fresh mint and just roughly chop it and just scatter that on top. And then another little squeeze of lime. And a touch more salt. And perfect. That is exactly how I'd serve it. Super, super tasty. It's a really healthy meal. You can put the cheese on, you can take the cheese off. It's absolutely up to you. Please like and subscribe. Drop me a comment below. Let me know what you thought of the video. But until next time, friends, just make sure you be nice to each other, and goodbye.